Hey, how y'all doing? Pardon me, just a minute. All right, I'm recording. I'm checking because I just did it again, people. I just recorded, or I thought I was recording, a whole rant. Sparky and Dennis were here listening in on Discord. I had tested it, make sure all my cameras worked and all that shit. Hit the button to record, hit the button to stop, and when I check, I have two short videos. The video right before, when I was checking to make sure everything worked, and then a video after I hit the button and say goodbye that says okay, and I start talking to Dennis and Sparky Dunk again. So this is part two. Take two. Sometimes this shit's not easy to do when you have things on your mind. You get all confused. You get involved in what you're trying to do and forget what to do. Anyway, it's Friday, baby. It is Friday. Spark that shit up in the bowl, baby. Take a big old whiff, baby. Blow it this way, because I need it. I am not got a beer, and I'm not going to pop the cork again on that bourbon because I've already done it, and I've already drank half of what I had. So here's to you, baby. Get the beer off the ice, spark it up, and let's have a great weekend. It's the weekend before Christmas. I'm telling you, every time I take a sip of that bourbon, I think to myself, that's pretty damn good bourbon. Anyway, let's go to the Christmas card that I already did. I already know I'm going to mess up on somebody's name here, and I beg your forgiveness because I'm going to do it again. I did it on the first tape. And the first card is from Browan Della Volpe. I hope I didn't screw it up too bad. From Wakefield, Massachusetts. Yeah, Massachusetts. Yeah, and sent great wishes for Blue Dots, and she says she has great respect for me for what I do. Darling, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. And oh, I'm sorry. See, that's the card. It's beautiful flowers there. I think she said original photography by her, by Browning or him. I'm Browan Della. My mouth is not working, baby. That's a nice picture. That's a great picture. Thank you very much for the card. Thank you all for the next two individuals. It made it a little bit easier, but I don't gripe because, hey, look at my last name, baby. It's not easy to pronounce. This one is Linda Gallup from Arnold, Missouri, and she wishes us a great holiday and warm wishes and friendly. Thank you, Linda. Let me see. It's little birds there, baby. Birds up on a... It looks like they're covered in snow, baby. They need to come down to my house. We ain't got no snow. We get a lot of birds down here because they don't like being in the snow either. And the third card I got is from Gary Adams in Cottonwood, Alabama. And Gary sent us a card. Got Santa Claus on the front, baby. And Elvis, baby. Elvis singing. What's a Christmas without Elvis singing, baby? I love the man. I always did. I always was an Elvis fan. And right when he died, me and Mama went to Graceland. We scribbled our names on the wall just like a million other people did. And said our goodbyes to the king. Anyway, thank you all so much for the cards. I appreciate it. I want every one of you to have a Merry Christmas as best as you can, baby. The best days that you can possibly have is what I wish for all of us. So, what's going on? Well, let's get to the good news first. I already did this once, so I'm trying to stay where. The Supreme Court of the United States. This is good news for us. We can take this as a win. It was a 5-4 decision that the court gave us today to strike down Donnie's law that he wanted to implement that said that you could not seek asylum in this country unless you entered through a port of entry. A port of entry. And if you just, if they find you out in the desert, sorry about that, kick your ass out, go back. We don't want you. Get in line with everybody else. That's not the way this country works, baby. We can't take a mother and a child coming through the deserts of New Mexico on the verge of death, seeking asylum, and slap them in the face. We cannot do that. That is not the country we are, but that is who Donnie thinks we are. Donnie wants to be that country. That's what his wall is all about, baby. That's what his big wall is. But we have a 5-4 decision. Judge Kennedy sided with the liberal side of the court. And, of course, the new 2 guys there that Donnie put in, boy, they were all ready to say, yeah, screw you guys, get out of here. We don't want you, to make it as hard as they possibly can for anybody to gain entry into this country. That's what they're doing now in the ports of entry. They're making the process so slow, baby. They are not attempting to fix the problem. He's trying to stall his ass off until he gets his border funding for the wall, which the House last night passed a bill giving Donnie his $5 billion for his wall. Passed the House. Why? Because the House is full of a bunch of stinking Republicans that are afraid to stand up to Donnie. And the Freedom Caucus, who just has one thing on their mind, and that is screw anybody from an immigrant nation. They'd put up a wall. They'd go down there and build it themselves with bricks if they could. Well, no, they wouldn't. They're a bunch of lazy asses. But anyway, the House passed it last night, and it's got sent to the Senate, baby. So what? What's going to happen? Because Donnie already said he's going to shut it down, baby. I will gladly take the mantle, he said. That's what he said. This will be the Trump shutdown. I will take it on myself, he said, being the badass that he is. And then today I see him up on the news. God, well, you know, if this shutdown happens, it's all the Democrats' fault. I swear, if the Democrats cave on this shit, you're going to lose a lot of people supporting the Democratic Party. Schumer better not allow that shit to happen. He does not have the votes for his wall in the Senate. But he wanted Mitch McConnell. Donnie tried to get Mitch McConnell to go for the nuclear option, the straight majority. None of this 60 votes, 61. No. Straight majority. Republicans can pass anything they want. Mitch said no. Because Mitch is afraid that those same tactics can be used in a few weeks on their ass. So Donnie says he's going to shut it down. But they had a deal. And Donnie was ready to sign that deal. That's why it went through the House, why it went through the Senate, with a full 100% approval of both houses. Of both sides, the Republicans and the Democrats in the Senate, 100%. Send it up to Donnie because he said he would sign it. And then we know what happened. Donnie sat on his bed, eating his little bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken with 20 TVs around him so he could always catch when they're talking about Donnie. And that's what happened. He saw him talking about Donnie. He saw Ann Coulter. He saw Rush Limbaugh and Fox News and all Tucker Carlson, all of them, all of those little minions and little cockroaches on that side who are nothing but a bunch of racists in my book. They badmouthed Donnie and they threatened him with his legacy. Your legacy's going to be worse than Obama's. You wish you had Obama's legacy. They named a highway for him out in California there, Donnie. Yeah. You know what? Every town in America is going to have a Donald J. Trump road. And all of them are going to be leading straight to the dump, to the trash heap where people go to drop the refuse off. The trash, because that's what Donnie the Dick is. And his whole stinking family. Every street that's ever named after his ass should go straight to a sanitary landfill in my book. But Donnie changed his mind and threw this country into a shutdown because he got his feelings hurt because of what right-wing nuts on radio were talking about. And Bob Corker, a Republican senator, asked the question, do we succumb to tyranny of radio talk show hosts? We have 2 radio hosts who influence the president's decision. That's tyranny, isn't it? That's tyranny, isn't it? That's Bob Corker asking that question. When the president is influenced by a couple of radio talk show hosts, and look at who they are. Ann Coulter, are you shitting me? Rush Limbaugh, a pill popper, cigar sucking, asshole. Fox spews. That's who Donnie wants to impress. That's who Donnie wants to mold our government after. Depends on what Fox and Friends in the Morning are saying, how our country will run. Ain't that some shit? It's not determined by the people in our house who stand up there, the people that represent us in America, in the Congress, standing up, debating the issues. No. It's whatever Fox and Friends or Rich Lipnick or Ann Coulter or somebody else says that Donnie gets his little panties in a wad about. He sits on his bed sucking on chicken bones. Secretary of Defense James Mattis resigned. Donnie tweeted out he's retiring. Like, oh, it's going to be a celebration. General Mattis is retiring. Let's have a party or something, because it's great news. No, he's not retired. He resigned. And he wrote a nice long letter informing the people of this country exactly why. Mattis was against withdrawing from Syria. It's not a good idea. Nobody wants our troops in Syria. Nobody wants our troops in Afghanistan. Nobody wants our troops in harm's way. None of us do. But I guarantee you, every soldier out there, every airman, every sailor will tell you the same thing. That they will stay until the job is done. Because they don't want somebody else to have to come back to a worse situation and lay down their life for something that wasn't done the first time. We ask much of them, and they come through every time for us. Yes, we want them all home, every one of them. But when the Department of Defense and those in command, when the Joint Chiefs makes that decision, then that's what we'll do. But it can't be because Donnie got his panties in a wad. It can't be because Donnie wants to influence his popularity or some shit. He doesn't want to do this or that because Laura Ingraham or Tucker Carlson or somebody might get mad at him. I don't know why. Donnie always said, as long as they're talking about you, good or bad, it's all good publicity, baby. It's all publicity. It doesn't matter what they're talking about because Donnie will suck it up. He's a disgusting, narcissistic asshole. Laying on a bed full of chicken bones, baby. Watching all the TVs, making sure he's on every one of them. Mattis warned us. Mattis is warning us that we have intricately linked alliances and partnerships. And when we turn our back on them, I'm trying to read this, people. This is take number 2. It's hard to do. When we make alliances, when we have partnerships on the battlefield, there are people out there that depend on your word. What did Mattis say? You can't be unambiguous. You have to be resolute. You cannot be unambiguous. And I just made a joke earlier that he can't even pronounce the word unambiguous. I can't either. Unambiguous. He doesn't know how to spell it. He doesn't know how to read it. He paid for his diploma from the Wharton School of Finance. The Wharton School of Finance, meaning finance. If you give us money, we'll give you a diploma. That's what the Wharton School of Finance, I guess, means. Because he didn't graduate with a degree in anything. China and Russia are attempting to promote their authoritarian model to Europe. And what he said is we must be resolute and unambiguous in our determination to prevent that. But let's face it, people. That's what Donnie wants. Donnie wants an authoritarian regime here that's the model he wants here. He loves Kim Jong-un. He loves Putin. He loves people that can just go poke somebody with an umbrella, kill them, and they're no longer a problem. Hack up a journalist, you bet. Donnie would probably love that shit. He wants to be Captain Slice and Dice of America. He wouldn't give a shit. Do you think he gives a shit about any of the values that we hold dear? Any of the laws and rules of our Constitution? No, he doesn't give a shit. He just wants his way. He thinks he can be king. He wants to be the dictator, baby. He wants everybody to stand up when he enters the room. He wants the people of crowds clapping feverishly when he enters the room. Just like Kim does. By the way, Kim said, screw you on denuclearization. I hope you got that message there, Donnie. Well, the Dow's down 414 points today again. Why? Because he is Jesus. Because we have a moron. Because the markets can't rely on him for stability. They can't rely on the world being stable when we have an idiot in there who's just going to flip a coin and decide shit. Threw his briefing papers around when he gets mad. He doesn't read them anyway. You might as well shred them into confetti for him. He's going to go down to Mar-a-Lago during this shutdown, I'm sure. He don't give a shit. But we're going to go into a shutdown, or we damn sure better. Because if the Democrats cave on this, baby, it's not going to be pretty around my house. Not when I come on this damn thing. So they better stand their ground on this shit. We will not participate in some... Woo! People, it's not easy to do this the second time. I had a great one. Dennis could tell you right now. Wait a minute. I'm going to turn up the sound here. Hey, Dennis. Wasn't that great one?
Hey, John.
Wasn't that a great rant I did a minute ago?
It was perfect. You had everything rolling.
See there? I ain't going to lie to you. I had a perfect rant a little while ago. Thank you, Dennis. Dennis is part of our Discord channel here, and as a matter of fact, I just told Dennis and Sparky Dunk just a minute ago, one of these days I'll just leave the volume up so we can talk on here and y'all could hear it. I appreciate them showing up all the time as somebody to talk to, especially when I turn this camera off, and so I appreciate their participation. I wish more people would stop by our Discord channel and see us. Maybe this is our country. We are the guardians of liberty. We are the ones that write the pages of our history books. Our voice and our vote are the ink in that pen. It depends on all of us what chapter will be written. And this is already turning out to be one of the most disgusting chapters in our political history of this country, is to see this man who sits in our house and defiles it every day, every value that we stand for. And it is our voice and our decision when he is removed. It is our voice through our congressmen, through our senators. Keep the pressure on them. Because come January 3rd, we have to start forcing those Republicans in the House and in the Senate to start standing next to a con man, a thief. Somebody who is trying to destroy this country. Stand next to him and defend him in front of the whole nation. Because there's only so much of that they can stand. And they will turn on him when they think their own ass is in trouble. Why do you think they passed that damn crime bill? I'm glad they did, baby. But hey, look at how many Republicans might face prison. First-time offender, you know. You might get an easy deal with this new crime. We better vote yes for it. Kushner, yeah, he's very wonderful in this. Thank goodness for Kushner. That Kushner's probably wanting to get his daddy a deal or some shit. I don't know if he's still rotting in prison or what. He may be out, make more deals with Donnie somewhere. I don't know. I haven't checked into it. But it is something that this country needed. Criminal reform was the crime reform bill, and how we incarcerate and who we incarcerate and how long they incarcerate people in this country. We need to have a serious look at. Anyway, don't let that distract from the crimes that's this asshole, because that's why I say that Republicans voted for it, because half of them are probably going to need it. Anyway, I want to thank. Hey, Dennis, I'm going to hit the button now. I got to let Dennis know I hit the button because Dennis is always there to tell me, hey, John, did you hit the button? We want to thank all of our Patreon members for their contributions monthly that keep this show going, and it's more important now than ever. I can tell you that much, and we want to thank those who send in a special PayPal and support like that. The cards and letter are what keep me motivated, so please don't stop that, baby, because I feed on it. I love it, and who wouldn't? And baby, I do this all the time because it's our country. I really believe in that. It's down in my heart and my soul. Not just Texas, baby. All 50 states, baby, and every one of them. Everybody in them. Every person. Every American. And that's what we fight for, baby. It's one for all. And all for one. And that's the way we have to keep it. E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. So, that's what we need to return to, baby. Anyway, that's about all I got. Like, share, subscribe. John Bertavot of Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube, which we're getting close to 10,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already gone over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. There's no charge for it. It's free. Got a deal there, baby. And John Bertavot on Facebook. John Bertavot Speaks. Blue Dot Family. Go by there. The family has got some activities going on, helping Candy Guidry up in Arkansas to fill food pantries during this time of year, and there's people that are making donations over there that are helping Candy make these food baskets, and they deliver them to these pantries for people that are in need, and bless their heart for doing that. It's a fine civic thing that she's involved in, and we all support her for that, and thank you very much for it, Candy. Anyway, where'd I leave off at Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube, on Twitter. Sheesh, I'm telling you, you try doing two of these things back to back and you have all this shit in your head. You just did, Dennis. Just told you, maybe it was a good rant the first time. What happens? Boom, the second one comes out and it's nowhere near. I don't think it's good, but it's all I've got, baby, because I get distracted in not noticing when I'm hitting that button. And my heart just sinks when I find out, oh, you did it again. So I did it again. It's not easy, baby. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. I'm going to pop in sometime before, I'll be here Monday before Christmas. Christmas is Tuesday, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I might go live this weekend, so look for me. I might be there. Y'all take care. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All that kind of good shit that we have. Enjoy your life. That's the best thing you can do. We'll see y'all later. Bye.